we got Everton Blender on mic check.
Lift up your head and hold it up high.
So let me say good morning, Everton Blender. How are you this morning, sir?
Yeah, man, greetings and blessings, man. You don't know, I have to first give thanks to the Almighty. Because without him, without him, we couldn't be talking to you this morning. So we give thanks to the Almighty, His Majesty Emperor King Selassie the first, blessed love.
Rastafari.
Each and every one, the young, the old, and the disabled, Everton Blender say, blessed are my fans who support Everton Blender over the years, So it was one love and joy, long life, prosperity, manners and blessing.
Definitely. It is good to have you on mic check this morning. But Everton, as I play your music and I listen to your music, you have a lot of message in your music. Was that intentional for you when you came into the music business to deliver message music?
Yeah, that was in my blood because when I was growing up, I chose to be a culture artist. Even before I started to sing, like internationally people started to hear me, although I used to sing at private school. But when people comes around and deal with the negative vibes, I always never be a part of it. Mm-hmm. I always try to do the good things because I know that one day there's a payday. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, I go in most of the ghetto, the dangerous part of the garrison ghetto. Mm-hmm. What we call it, garrison ghetto, right? You have good and bad come from the garrison ghetto. But when I look and see a lot of people who do a lot of bad things, they are not around right now. And you have people who was doing the good things, they are still around, who is not 80 years of age, 90 then look fresh and young, same way. So I get to find out that so it's a culture part of the music then, so you better live clean and good and your life will be prosperous. But if you deal with negative things, the negative things just make your life short.
Definitely. It is often said that you spend more time delivering that negative message than the positive message. So go ahead, BREADMAN.
Definitely. I think you burn up a lot more energy trying to be negative and trying to find, because it's so hard for you to be negative in such a beautiful world. And I understand what you're saying as far as music. I do see it. A lot of people have come out and they try to press negative things in their music. Their message is definitely not uplifting the people.
Not at all.
We see them fall to the side.
Yeah, of course. Trust me. What a fight me get,
Mm-hmm.
and just through singing culture. Sometimes, the amount of fight me get, I know me have my children, them, for feed and them, like a thing there. Sometimes, I tell no lie. Sometimes I feel like give up and go sing some ragga rock, some all kind of bling,
Mm-hmm.
But then again, me look at youths, them same one come build me up and say, Daddy, you don't know, say the thing rough, Daddy, I know where I got you, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, say, you strong way up, Daddy, and if you forget weak now, Daddy, we never get weak too. So just strong up, Daddy, and my fans, them email me and saying, Blender, I know what's going on, I know you're getting a lot of fighting, but remember, lift up your head and hold it up high, and don't worry, and don't, them start telling me about the songs them that I sing over the years, so that helps strengthen me to keep me in the business, but sometimes, trust me, sometimes I say, I wonder if it's the right part of music me choose, and me choose culture. Because, we get so much fight and people doesn't, I might tell you, just people like you and you have other fans out there like Europe and you have some people in the States. Mm-hmm. Them love me. Them know what is culture and them know what is reality. Them come out and them support me. But trust me, some people who just come into the business now saying that they are taking over the business, like, not really as a singer, but playing part like they are the one responsible for this business. They are not... They don't recognize you, they don't rate you, sometimes, trust me, you get a lot of fight in the business. For instance, like me, a man like me, I have a next singer named Admiral Tibet. Mm-hmm. I have a next little youth who can DJ to me, Louis Culture. Mm-hmm. Trust me, we get a lot of fight. You come like, well, I don't know, but we now go bow still,
Definitely.
And we now go fret, because we have to tell them, say, that's why I sing that song, say, worry them around and fret, and them get nothing yet, because Blender come in and it's like them a fight with, like them want to sing good songs for the people. Because we have to sing good songs for the people, because we sing songs for the rich and the poor, because sometimes the rich, they don't know the score.
And
they don't know what's going on, so we have to mix, sing songs for each and every one, the young and the old and the disabled, everyone, because the next 25 years, 50 years from now, would like a positive vibration instead of a road of destruction, So these are the things where, we need more prayer, we need more blessing, we need more consciousness, we need more positive vibes around us. so that the fruits can grow more better. We don't have to use too much fertilizer. You know, trust me, the green grass, even the mama nature can give us more fresh air.
Yes.
Instead of pollution, you know, because when they get up in the morning, you like some fresh air. The baby mothers having their children, you know, with pregnancy, them supposed to get fresh air, fresh fruit to eat and all these things.
Definitely. One of the things that I want to go back on, Everton, is you ask the question sometimes to yourself if you chose the wrong path of music. Certainly, I don't think so. One of the things is, Breadman, and you can attest to this, is that you realize that even when you listen to this song in the background, you see, anytime you are a message artist, anytime that you have some good message to deliver to your people, what I find in the music industry is that they tend to hold those artists down. The ones who tends to sell their soul, the ones who tend to sell their souls to the devil, those are the music that you see get propelled to the top. And I'm telling you, you look at the artists like Everton Blender, Lucian, you look at Beresford Hammond, you look at all those artists. I mean, talk about Louis Culture, talk about those culture, Admiral Tibet. When you mention those names, you're talking about real artists. And Everton, certainly, I personally don't think you chose the wrong path.
Definitely not.
It is just that when you have these profound message, is that people tend to hold it down. Even our own people. I say this all the time. Marcus Messiah Garvey was not embraced by Jamaicans at first.
I have to say this.
At first. Bob Marley music never played on the airwaves of radio stations in Jamaica when Bob was really alive. It was when Bob died, his music got popular in Jamaica.
Yeah, for real.
And look at the message in the music.
Definitely, definitely what I would have to say is when you, Mr. Blender, when you get critiques and other people are trying to fight you, that's just outside energy coming to you. But that inner energy, Jah guidance, because those songs are coming from within you. I can hear it when I hear the music. These messages are coming from something that's within you, it's something that you feel. And that's the message, that's the force, that's the energy that you need to follow.
Definitely.
Real, man. Yeah, you know what's going on, man. I would never give up, you know, but sometimes, you know, I just say, you know, sometimes the fight that you get, you know, because when I check it out, that militancy within Everton Blender, sometimes, you know, going to like parties and sometimes the vibes saying, Blender, I don't think you should have really gone to party, you know. And you just hold our vibes. I won't take a stop police come shoot up the party and people have to run up and down and them like a thing there. So these are the things where we know that. Say, when you sing the positive vibes, there's a vibe stay with you. There's a militancy stay with you. There's a nature, because the nature is what controls the universe, you know. Most people doesn't recognize that, you know. The nature, like the breeze and the sun and the star and the moon and the green grass, the animal. These are the things, are the nature of the earth. And if you fight against the nature of the earth, you're gonna be doomed.
Definitely.
But if you love the nature will defend you. Nature is like back in the days when in Africa, when those wicked soldiers used to hunt down the people. Did you know that you have trees? Or you have bushes that when you run into that bushes, it cover you and hide you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're promoting a movie called Quan 2, and it was showing you back in Jamaica how the Maroons used to hide behind these bushes and fight the English soldiers. So you certainly know what you're talking about. But you know, Everton, the phone lines is blowing up. So let me just move right to this telephone call before we put a wrap on mic check this morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm well. I'm highly favored and blessed, rascal.
Definitely, sir. Blessed love, blessed love. Say good morning to Mr. Everton Blender.
Everton.
Listen.
Yeah, you know, Everton, remember, you know, a long history of, you know, and culture can't stop, you know. You have to have ambassadors to proclaim this gospel at this point in time. You remember, you see, you, Jacob Miller, Linval Thompson, Basil Gale, Cherry Rock, where Melrose where I come from, you know. And the depths of the thing where I come from.
Oh, this is Cherry Rock.
Just cool your skin, man. I'm a family that, you know.
Yes, sir.
True.
I'm a family that, you know.
Yes,
just
sir.
Cool the fire, youth.
Wow. Cherry, you really surprised me, you know. I didn't know.
Man. A serious thing, rascal, man. A serious thing.
Yeah. So
Everton Blender. is a
Man, I'm
bonafide
blessing.
icon. But right now, it's Everton Blender time.
Yes, sir.
Admiral Tibet time.
Yes, sir.
Terry Rock time. You have to have, it's a different phase of time when the message can right now. We have to prepare back to meet the burning bush.
Yes, sir.
And the book says, he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh. So when you see messenger like Everton Blender, and Tibet, and Lucian, and etc., because we don't have humble said, because humility, Raskin, humility.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, Cherry Rock, now that I have you on the airwaves, you know, your thoughts on this segment of what we're doing, mic check. Your thought on it, sir?
No, Raskin.
Yes, sir.
If you're there to do something new for the first time, you have to have the mindset. You have to have the program set. If you didn't have the program, you couldn't do mic check.
Yes,
because
sir.
what mic check entails right now is bring about the conscious mind of the musical ambassadors. Because a lot of people are singing, but them still not ready for earwaves.
Yes, sir.
Because what you are doing, is making the clarity in the consciousness go to the four corners of the earth. So my check is an ear to stay.
Thank you very much for that, Cherry. And you know, the slogan behind mic check is get to know the person behind the music. This is indeed a anthem song from Blender.
BREADMAN, make myself your life is not a dead